Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caro if you are new here. So guys, we drafted this overbust corset and underbust corset last week. So I decided, when I saw this box, I said okay, let me make an underbust corset out of this pattern. But there was a little alteration that we need to do because the box itself is longer than the drafted underbust corset pattern. So I will just adjust it. Like I said, you could always adjust. If you wish to come up a little bit, you can come up, but I would prefer to go down. I'm going to extend the length by 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to do that off camera so that the video won't get too long, and I'll explain. Then there are things that need to guide me from my waistline to my lap. When you do the measurement, is 5 inches, so that I need to consider while altering my pattern. The back itself, remember I said last week, should not be more than 5 to 6 inches, so I might alter it a little bit. So there's also something that I said about the waist reduction. I said it's between 2 to 4 inches if you want to reduce your waist. For those who their waist is more than their underbust, I use 4 inches. Then for those that their underbust is more than their waist, I use 2 inches. Those that their waist is more than their underbust, I reduce 4 inches if I'm using lacing. But if I'm going to use zip, I'll remove 2 inches from the waist circumference. Hope you understand. If you have not watched the video of last week, please, I'll place it in the description box below so that you go there and watch it. Okay, so that being said, if I should remember any other thing, I will tell you guys. So for the underbust corset, I'll be using this box. I'll be using what the materials we are going to use. I'll be using a zipper foot. So those are the things I'm going to use. I'm going to be using an essay. Okay, I'll be using a tape. Then I'll be using this leftover fabric to make it with the leftover lining. Then I'll be using this gold tape for my lacing. Then I'll be using paper gum to trace my pattern. Okay, but the first thing first, let me adjust the length of my pattern, then I will show you guys what I've done. So if there's any question, please let me know in the comment section below. Question is welcome. So guys, the alteration has been done, as you can see. So I moved down, like I said, I extended the length by 1/4 of an inch, as you can see. Then the second panel, I did not get up to 5 inches because from my front waist length to my lap is 5 inches, so I used 4 3/4 inches. I didn't get there, just use 4 3/4 inches not to get to my lap. Then my side, I said, it's going to remain the same, so I connected with my curve ruler the same way I did on the tutorial. So I connected with my ruler. Then the back I extended by 1 inch. Then I did the same, connect to the third panel or the fourth panel. Then I now curved this way. Okay, so that's what I did, basically the alteration I needed to do. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to trace on my paper gum. So what is left is to add the seam allowance. which is going to be about half an inch or 3/4, depending on what you want. But I'm just going to use half an inch as seam allowance, both for up, both for side. That's what I'm going to use. Only at the center first, I'm going to add 1 inch. So guys, the seam allowance has been added to the panels. This is panel 1, panel 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next thing I'm going to do is to cut the panels out, place on my interfacing. The interfacing will be called double. Then I will press it on the lining and press it on the fabric. Okay guys, so I've cut out my fabric and my lining, as you can see, and I've ironed in my interfacing. Okay, so the next thing was to sew up the panel 1. Now box comes in different sizes, and the box itself has what we call the loop and the knob. So the loop is always at the left hand side and the knob at the right hand side, but by the time you wear it, it will come this way. The loop will be at the right hand side and the knob will be at the left hand side. Okay, so I'm going to undo this first. Now there are different ways you can undo your corsets. Okay, and fabric also determine the way you sew up your corset. I'm going to undo the busk first before I will join everything together. So I'm going to pick the main fabric and the lining. You align your notches and pin. So guys, I'm going to place the loop, then I'm going to mark in between the distance of the loop. So these points, we're not going to sew these points, this point that I'm marking. So I'm going to sew, back stitch, you sew and back stitch, you jump, you sew, back stitch, sew and back stitch. So that's how we are going to undo everything. So you can see the holes, guys, but I'm going to stitch it again so that the stitches can be strong. So I'm going to go to the pressing iron now and press it. I'll press it open first, then before I'll push it to the other side. Okay, so guys, I've pressed is to slot in the loop. Then for the knob, I'm going to stitch close to the edge by 1/8 of an. We know that the loop and the knob has a gaping at the center like this, you can see. So you can either put a placket in between, you put it, you slot it in from here before you sew it. You slot it in from here before you sew it, but I will not be doing that. What I'm going to do is just to stitch close to the edge by 1/8 of an inch. So by the time I will place the knob, it will be very close like this at the edge. So by the time the loop is placed on it, by the time the wearer wears it and you pulls it, the body will not be showing. Okay, so that's what I will do now. Guys, I've finished with the sewing of the loop and the knob side. So what we're going to do next is to place the loop close to the edge of the stitches. Close it this way, then we mark for the positioning of the knob. The next thing is to slot in the knob side, and I'm going to go in between the sewing allowance. I'm going to place the first knob here where I marked, and I'm going to use my blade. I normally use blade. You can use I've seen someone using a seam ripper. You can also use seam ripper. So I'm going to do the first one. I'm going to use blade to cut. The first one is in, so I'll go to the second one. The two is in. So guys, I've slotted them in. You can see it. So the next thing to do is just to go and sew close to the edge using the same zipper foot. Then the next thing to do is to pick the main fabric of this one, sew it with the rest, then the lining, do the same thing, sewing it 1/2 inch. Okay, so the next thing after sewing, I will show you guys. I will press it open, then press the lining to one side, press the fabric to the other side. Guys, we finished pressing, so I'm going to add the waist tape to the waistline. So what is going to guide you is the notches that you added. So guys, I've sewn the two and I've pressed it, so I repinned outside. The thing I'm going to do now is to sew boning channels. Guys, I've sewn the boning channels. As you can see, in between the seam I placed a channel for boning. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do now is to punch our grommets, okay, or eyelets, anyone you are using. What I do is I measure the length of what I have. I'm going to leave 1/2 inch up and 1/2 inch down for the binding. Then I'm going to divide in between. I'm going to use 1 inch distance. Okay, so I've marked the grommet position. So the next thing, I'll fold it and cut this way. Fold, cut, then you can see, guys. So I've cut this one, then I will. Okay, the size of my grommet is size 22. That is the common one, but I love size 24, but it's finished. It's finished for now, so I'm going to use the size 22 that I have. So I'll put this here. I'm through with the grommet. As you can see, we're through. So the next thing is to pipe or bind, anyone you call it, the upper side before we insert our boning. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do, and I said, okay, let me record it. I wanted to use this, but I changed my mind and I had to cut the lining, the leftover from the lining, to make it the contrast. I think it would be better. Okay, so but the width is 3 inches, but the length I didn't measure. I really don't know, but I cut it out of the leftover, but I know it will be enough for the up and the down of the on the bust corset. Okay, so after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut my boning and insert. Okay, and insert it into the boning channel. So guys, our underbust corset is finished. As you can see, we're through with it. I've pressed it, so if you wear this, it is not going to open like I said in the beginning. You can see it. So we're through. If you have watched this end, thank you so much guys. Share, like, press the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post another video. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. If you have been watching and have not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel for more tutorials to come. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.